Determined to stay on the radar in a male-dominated industry, women are taking up positions within the aviation industry and performing as competently as their male counterparts. They have made a mark by defying societal biases and career prejudices. Zainab Ismail has the story of the all-women crew at the Kenya Police Air Wing, breaking the glass ceiling and the ambition to have more girls get into the cockpit and soar into the skies.
Nearly 2 decades ago, Eunice Dobby was just a young lady trying to figure out what she wanted to do with her life. That quest led her into a male-dominated field, and she is breaking the glass ceiling. She is the first woman pilot in the Kenya Police Air Wing.
I started as a career officer. I went to Kiganjo in 1999. Then I passed out in 2000. Then upon completing my course, there was an interview. Police Air Wing was coming to do interview for the first time. They wanted to select pilots to join Police Air Wing. 2003, I was crowned as the first lady police pilot in East and Central Africa, disciplined forces, because during that time, countries in East Africa that had not even thought of training ladies to be pilots.
Flying police helicopters is now her daily duty, a task she says gives her satisfaction because it is the realization of a lifelong ambition.
Usually, you know, the police officers, the way they're regarded as people who are not even supposed to smile to people. People are brutal, but they saw a different dimension of my story.
Being the first woman pilot in the force, her responsibilities are immense.
So all these aircrafts, there are ladies who are flying, and these ladies who are qualified, there are 6 ladies, and we have 10 who are still being trained, and they're not off, they're almost reaching there. Very soon, we are going to have a capacity of 16 lady pilots. We have 7 engineers, and we have 2 dispatchers. So all these ladies, I'm responsible for them, and I've been a role model to them, all of them.
But Dobby is not the only one breaking the aviation industry ceiling. Justine Owia, a flight engineer with a fiery passion for engines and aeroplanes, has also made strides in the industry.
Okay, I'm actually the first flight engineer woman in the Police Air Wing. When we went to training in the Czech Republic, I was also the first. They had never trained a lady in the flight engineers, so they were very happy and encouraged to see that also women can join in the flight engineers.
She joined the Police Force Air Wing as a cabin crew. This was the first step in achieving her dream.
When I came to Air Wing, I knew I had the passion to do more. I had the capability to do more, and I could do it. Despite the challenges of being a mother, raising 3 kids. I went back to school when I had already had my family. I was married, I have 3 children. But I went back and did my aeronautical engineering. I didn't mind about the age because I had the passion to do it.
As a professional flight engineer with the instrument and multi-engine aircraft rating, she is in charge of everything to do with an aircraft maintenance. And thousands of meters up in the air, Janet Okenge is also reaching new heights of her own.
Okay, before you start this aircraft, you have to check.
She's one of the only 6 accredited female pilots in the Kenya Police Air Wing.
I started flying in Police Air Wing in the year 2009, as in when I entered the training school initially, before I started becoming an active pilot. I went to training school in 2009 in 99's Flying Club. And then in 2011, I finished my commercial pilot's license that enables me to be able to carry passengers.
And her journey hasn't been a rosy one either.
This year, I was flying. I was supposed to do my conversion. I got pregnant. I was grounded for 2 years. Now, those guys who are in front of the men we were training with left me behind. So I had to take care of my child until she's like 1 year, and then I can come back to active flying.
Janet is often involved in air transportation of police and senior government officials, a role she says requires dedication and diligence.
In case you finish your pre-flight and you leave the aircraft even for like 5 or 2 minutes even to go help yourself, you have to come back and counter-check. Somebody might have popped a circuit breaker or touched the battery. When you start up, you might even burn the engine, or even you're airborne, you might get another problem because of something you didn't counter-check.
And although the police and the defense forces were traditionally perceived as reserves for male officers, female members have over the years authoritatively stamped their position in the disciplined forces. Global statistics on gender parity in aviation are grim. The number of female pilots in Kenya hovers at just over 1%, below even the global average of about 5%. In technical roles such as piloting, there is one female for every 35 male commercial pilots. This is according to the International Society of Women Airline Pilots. For instance, of the about 450 pilots at the Kenya Airways, only 50 are female.
Now, few women apply for jobs that is traditionally seen as meant for men. But the National Police Service Air Wing is changing that narrative by giving women that chance in the aviation industry.
So for their part, these women hope that more women will follow in their path and set their own mark in the skies. Zainab Ismail, NTV.